Well, in fact, we're also joined in studio by SABC News meteorologist Mpumelelo Manyathi to give us a breakdown of the current weather conditions in parts of the country. Mpumi, good afternoon.
Hello.
We're obviously observing a strange phenomenon of sorts in the country. I wonder if it is strange at this point. Perhaps you could speak to the weather patterns emerging. What are we really witnessing at this point?
So we are currently under a cut-off low pressure system. It's not weird. We are used to it. It's just that whenever there's a lot of damage that happens, then people start to panic. So basically what we have is a cut-off low pressure system situated south of the country. If you look at the slide correctly, you'll see that scorpion tail passing through the Eastern Cape and also that Western Cape. So basically how I can explain a cut-off low pressure system, it's like a cylinder that starts very high in the atmosphere and it just develops and drops over into the surface. Now all of that moisture and cold air from up there gets sucked in this vacuum and just gets displaced over the country, hence those so much chaos happening today.
Okay, so with the extreme weather patterns that we are witnessing, which parts of the country are most affected and how? Okay,
so we have a lot of rainfall. We have many warnings that the South African Weather Service has issued. Just taking a look at the chart here, we have disruptive rainfall and thunderstorms. Mostly the disruptive rainfall is in the southern parts of the country. Now this system moves from west to the eastern parts of the country, and we also have those severe thunderstorms. So as time goes, it'll move further into the east and we'll have more of those warnings into the east. But just looking at these warnings, just disruptive rainfall over the Western Cape, the Eastern Cape, southern parts of the Northern Cape, and also those severe thunderstorms. And still for today, it's not every day where you get two charts for those warnings. Damaging winds as well, strong winds which will blow out houses. I've already seen accidents happening in the Western Cape and that Eastern Cape, and also that harbor activity in that south and east coast will be very much affected.
You said it's not a new phenomenon. So at this point, how long can we expect the weather patterns to persist?
So it moves from the west to the east, number one. So right now it's in the western parts of the country, and as it moves to the east, by Friday we're going to be seeing more effects over the eastern half of the country, and then by the weekend it's going to have disappeared. It's like, but the effects are still going to be there.
Because obviously trying to manage expectations, can we expect a reoccurrence of this phenomenon occurring in the country perhaps as we enter summer?
Yes. So we are in spring right now, and going into summer we're going to see more severe thunder showers coming in now from the northern to the SADC, going into that central interior of the country as we get our summer rainfall in summer if you are in the northern half of the country. So we can expect more of these events to happen. It's just unfortunate that it leaves so much damage.
And so given the conditions at this point, how does South Africa best prepare?
That's really a tough question to answer, but I mean, just preparing for rainfall. I know there's so many informal settlements, and to tell someone to go find shelter somewhere else is really difficult. But these rainfall and damaging winds are gonna still persist in spring and especially into summer. So people really need to make some sort of plan as to how they can keep safe.
Well, we're obviously monitoring developments on that front. Thank you for that explanation. We'll see you a little bit later on.